Good morning. Welcome to Morning Devotions. I'm Sister Bev sitting in again for Pastor Summerall. And this morning we are going to Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 6 verses 20 to 23. Let me just read that to you. I'm reading in the New Living Translation. My son, obey your father's command and don't neglect your mother's instruction. Keep their words always in your heart. Tie them around your neck. When you walk, their counsel will lead you. When you sleep, they will protect you. When you wake up, they will advise you. For their command is a lamp and their instruction is a light. Their corrective discipline is the way to life. Oh, there is so much we could talk about just from those three little verses. First and foremost, and the most obvious, I suppose, is that young people, you need to obey your parents. Both of them. You need to obey them. And in fact, it says, don't neglect your mother's instructions. That implies that it was something that she said before, and you're not supposed to neglect it or forget about it. In other words, you might not even be living with your mom right now. You might be living in a dorm. You might be living with your friends, or you might be starting off on your career and living in your own place somewhere. Don't neglect what your mom has told you in the past. Just think about it. You know, my mom always told me, my mom instructed me, okay, don't neglect that. Always remember and obey both of your parents. What did your mom say? What did your dad command you? What did he teach you? Just keep on remembering that like forever, as long as you live, because it's going to help you in your life. Second thing I want you to see here, in the Bible, there is no room for same-sex marriage. It's not there. It doesn't happen. It's a father and a mother that are making this marriage happen. And sometimes young people, especially you get into these call centers and you think you're so fierce because you're experimenting with same-sex flirting and whatever. Please remember and realize that when you do that, you are setting yourself on a path which is diametrically opposite to the path that God has set out for you. In God's way, it's a father and a mother. It's not same sex. It's father and mother. And the third thing that I want you to remember, and this is especially for young people this morning, is would you be careful who you date? Would you be careful? Oh, but he's the only one who's courting me. Well, so what? Think 100 times before you allow yourself to be courted by that guy. Because I want you to think of how many times it says, keep their words in your heart. Their counsel will lead you. They will protect you. They will advise you. Their command is a lamp. Their instruction is a light. Their corrective discipline is the way to life. And I want you to think, I know you're just starting this dating and you think you're just having fun, but you know what? A date leads to, you end up married, you end up with kids. And you know what? Your kids need their instruction. They don't need to be in a home where it's just mom because dad left them because, well, mom was dating an unbeliever. You know, there's really a great way never to marry an unbeliever. You know how it is? Never go on a date with one to begin with. And you got to think about it, that your kids need both a father and a mother. Your kids need the guidance and the counsel and the protection and the advice that their parents, both mom and dad, will give them. That's a lot to digest, but young people, we need you to think about that this morning. Father's commands, mother's instructions, remember them.